Today's video involves two of my favorite things, going to the thrift store and fun new shapes for clear ice. So I was at the thrift store the other day and I found what I believe are cupcake molds or some kind of cake molds. They look like maybe they make a little rose shape or something like a cannelé, something like that. It's made of silicone and it's got this sort of hard edge on the outside that I might, clip into some kind of pan. Anyway, we're going to cut it apart and try and make some fun shapes for clear ice. Okay, so the plan here is to use my water bottle beer koozie cylinder ice making system and use that to make the ice into these fun new molds. Now, to do that, I had a couple of options, and my first idea was to cut these molds out with a little lip around the edge so that I can keep the mold at the top of the water bottle. You need the mold to be at the top because that's where the clear ice ends up. The cloudy bits all go to the bottom and all the clear stuff is at the top. So you can see here I've got this mold that sort of sits to the top of this bottle. Now you do have to cut a hole in the bottom of your mold because you need all the bubbles and impurities and whatnot to make their way into the bottom of the water bottle. So that's all set. You just stick it into your koozie and fill it with water. Now I can already tell this isn't going to be the perfect solution because when you fill it with water, you can't really fill it to the very brim, to the very top of the mold. And so we're losing some clear ice that I think we're going to want. So this is how it came out. It is a little small and it's a little cloudier than I want. Next time I will boil the water and we'll get rid of those bubbles. But yeah, it works. Look, fun. But we can make some improvements. On this sort of rose-shaped one, I cut it so that there was no lip showing, and I should be able to tuck this down a little lower into one of the smaller water bottles that I have, and that should give us some more ice height. So you can see here I've tucked this little flower guy down into one of these smaller bottles, and that should give us plenty of height for our ice. I did a similar thing with this other mold, this other shape, in a slightly bigger bottle, and that's going to work out great too. Now we're just going to boil our water, and for these plastic bottles I just use half boiled water and half regular tap water, because otherwise if you pour boiling water into these plastic bottles it'll melt the bottle, so you can't quite do that. So yeah, just fill these up as high as you like and get them inside their koozies and send them off to the freezer. The next day, once they're frozen, just run a little warm water out the outside. You should be able to squeeze it and get this ice chunk out of the plastic bottle. A bread knife works great. Just cut off the bottom of the cloudy bit, and then the silicone should pop right off the ice, and there you go. Beautiful rosebud ice bud. It works pretty much exactly the same with the other shapes, and we just have to put them in some glasses and make some drinks. I usually don't like ice in coops like this, especially when it's a delicate little coop with a giant ice cube sticking out the top, but this nice big coop and a nice delicate little ice flower, That's pretty great. Thanks for watching, and if you like little home bar projects like this, go ahead and subscribe and give it a like, and we'll see you on the next one.